All right, we'll finish off with our final Missouri player. We have defensive lineman Terry Beckner. Again, if you'll raise your hand, we'll get a microphone to you for question and answers. We'll start right here on the front left.
Terry, you had two very serious knee injuries early on in your college career. How have you been able to come back from that and get to the level that you are now?
It was kind of an inside thing. I just wanted to really just get back at it because, with an injury like that, is usually try to tear you down mentally, but you can't let it do it to you because if you do that, you're not going to get back right. So, and I just really attacked rehab both times, and the first time was a little harder for me, but the second experience was like a piece of cake because I already had been through it. So, it was a pretty good experience for me, though.
Just a reminder to the working areas, if we could keep the volume to a minimum while we have someone on the podium. And then we'll go right here to the second row on the end.
How much of a luxury is it for you knowing that Terez Hall and Cale Garrett are right there behind you?
I got somebody who I know who's going to fill the hole behind me. I know someone who's going to tell me the right thing. So if I don't know something that's going on, I can go back and ask them, hey, what's the play? What's the play? And they'll give it to me, even though that don't happen to me. But I trust them that much as far as asking them for that.
We'll go to the front row in the middle.
Terry, Coach Odom was saying in the main room that it was evident that you were able to, go through a full off season this year without going through rehab. How much have you been able to feel that, and how much has that kind of just raised your game heading into your last season?
It's tremendously to help me right now because I really can actually grind, get stronger, get faster as far as building everything around, as far as what happened to my knees. So got to be everything around it. But it's great because I haven't felt like this since I've been in high school. So right now it's good for me.
We'll go right here on the front row on the aisle.
Coach Odom talked about how he would be handing over the defensive play calling to Ryan Walters this year, the defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. So how is that going to affect the defense as a whole and you in particular?
I say how it affected the defense. I don't think it affected us at all because he'd have been right there since Coach Odom was been our defensive coordinator since our freshman year. So he knows his defense in and out. So he's a great coach and great dude to be around, great coach to be around. Always trying to make you better. So it's gonna be a great experience for him, and I know he's gonna have a great job.
Go to the camera platform in the back, all the way to the right.
Terry, what does it do for a defense seeing the different looks that the offense is throwing at you under Derek Dooley? He said he's going to kind of keep elements of last year's offense, more spread and also more under center than in years past. So what does that do as a defense to help prepare?
I'll say it will help us because there's some teams that probably don't even run that. Don't run that type of style of offense. But even when we come across it, we'll know what to do. We'll know, the little tendencies as far as what they're doing and what to expect coming, for that week.
Go to the front row here on the left.
Terry, when did you know that you were going to come back to Missouri for the next year? When did you make that decision in your mind?
I made that decision pretty early too, because as far as how the season was going, as far as how my body was feeling, I just knew that the next level wasn't ready for me, and I wasn't ready for it. So I told myself I had to come back, and especially I had to get my college degree.
We'll go to the front row, all the way to the left.
I know you just said getting a college degree is something that's very important to you, but growing up, was the NFL always something you dreamed of?
Yes, always. That's since I started playing the game of football when I was 5 years old, and I always tell myself, I'm gonna make it to the league. I'm gonna make it to the league.
Go right here on the aisle on the front row.
So Terry, coming out of high school, you were one of the biggest recruits in the country, I think top 2. And then now as you're going into your senior season, you're coming up on Defensive Player of the Year watch list and everything. So can you kind of tell us what that journey is like coming out of a place like East St. Louis to become this national known player?
That journey was a great journey because my city is so small, and my city is really nothing but football or whatever sport you playing. So it really was something that I told myself, you got to get out of here and to better yourself. So once I got to college, I just told myself I was gonna try to be the best. But it just kept going. It's just always been instilled in me, and it's been a great experience for me.
Again, if you have any questions, raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. Anything else for Terry? Oh, we'll go back right.
Terry, do you feel any pressure to carry on the legacy of the D-line zoo and kind of be the next in line of high draft picks coming out of Missouri on that line?
I wouldn't say I feel like any like pressure, but of course there's a little bit of pressure on me for as I'm one of the older guys on the line, and it's D-line zoo, so I'm probably one of the last ones a part of that. So it's gonna always be I got to carry on down the line. So it's something that I really have to instill in the younger guys, and they buy into it, and something we always break down to is D-line zoo every time we break it down. So it's gonna be good for us.
Over here to the left side, front row middle.
Terry, last year when you guys turned it around and started winning there toward the end of the season, you raised your game as well. What did it take for you to kind of make that jump and to get kind of back to kind of what people had expected out of you, before those injuries?
You talking about like the
Last
part of the season?
Yeah, the second half of the season.
Second half, and I mean, it was finally that my body was just finally in the shape that it should have been in, like before the season started. For as rehabbing, I mean, that's something I'm trying to get back right, and my body still wasn't in, actually football shape. So about time the mid-season came around, my body was finally in shape to really like go get it like I really wanted to, and I just poured into it, and gave it out to my guys.
Anything else for Terry? We'll go back here, back right.
Terry, I asked Drew this too. You guys were both guys who have played all 4 years. What is something you're most proud of in your development from then until now?
One thing I can say that I'm proud of really is how much I've matured for as on and off the field, and really just the knowledge of the game that I have since then.
We'll go right in the middle of the camera position.
How's it going, Terry? I know you're technically from Illinois, but East St. Louis is right across from Missouri. Why was it so important for you to commit and play for technically the in-state school?
Really, to be close to home, because I'm a big family person. So, without my family, I really wouldn't be here. So, it really was for them. So to make sure they can come to my games, they can come see me anytime that they can, and really, because it's a home state school, and where the most love, where you most appreciated at, and that's where I followed my heart and went.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Terry.
Yes, sir. Thank you.